Hey, so what I want to talk about today is a question I get asked frequently, and is a really hot topic, which is social media necessary for growing a successful acupuncture clinic? Is social media necessary? And I think that my answer might surprise a lot of people and be controversial, but I would say no. Nope. Social media is not necessary. If it's not fun for you, if you hate it, if you are not going to show up regularly and professionally and mindfully, it might actually be harmful for you. I do not think it's necessary. You are off the hook. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. I think there's other things that are far more necessary. Instead, it annoys me that Instagram is like a hot topic right now and people are focusing on that instead of the important things that actually matter. I think it can be a distraction from what matters. With that said, I think social media is great because it's free. It allows you to really connect with the world, with such a large audience of people, to share your message, to educate people about acupuncture, about yourself, about what you believe, about what you want people to know. It's a free platform from which you get to be an expert and show up and connect with people. It's amazing. I used to hate it. I actually never go on Facebook and hardly ever post on my personal Instagram account, and really resisted developing an Instagram account for my business page, and finally did in 2017, I think, because I launched an online fertility course, the Becoming Mama course. And so I was like, okay, now I have a more global, worldwide audience. Social media makes more sense. I'm going to take some time to develop an Instagram following, and forced myself to do it. Hated it. Surprisingly, after doing it and regularly showing up, I've actually learned to really like it. So I do encourage you to give it a try. You might be surprised, but I've learned that I've created amazing connections with people all over the world who we follow each other, we support each other, we interact, we get each other. It's nice to feel like, oh, there's people who get me, who feel the same thing I do. And I can see I do one Instagram post and then boom, two online fertility courses got sold and I just made $1,200 from one Instagram post. Wow, that's amazing, right? With that said, I don't think you should not make the assumption that just because somebody has a large Instagram following, that is actually translating into more patients. That is a wrong assumption to make based on a lot of the acupuncturists I know who have followings and invest a lot of time in Instagram. Most of them, it is not translating into revenue for them. It might help them to fill cancellations faster, and it might lead to other opportunities, but it does not necessarily mean that those people are becoming patients. So I don't think it's the first place you've necessarily got to focus on. Unless you're in school and it's free and it's fun for you, then yeah, do it. Get started, and you can start even when you're in school is what I mean. But even if you're not in school, you can start whenever. I started 6 years into my clinic. I do see that having a large social media Instagram following has translated to opportunities for me. It makes people think wow, she's legit, she's real. And it's led to journalist publications reaching out to me, IVF clinics reaching out to me through Instagram. It's led to interviews, and it's led to other acupuncturists referring people to my clinic. And it's a great way to educate patients and engage patients and remind them that you're there and to refer their friends. But I don't think it necessarily turns into more patients. And I think it can be counterproductive if you are not going to show up regularly, if you're going to be unprofessional, flaky, not consistent about it. If you're not going to stay on brand and have a consistent message, know who your audience is and what you're about, and have a really resonant message. If you're not going to use good, quality photos and take the time to write a caption that contributes, that provides value. I think if you aren't going to do those things, and if you're also not going to show up vulnerably and authentically and be so it's social media. You're supposed to be social and be a person. which is hard for me, for Facebook. For years, I just did Facebook very half-assed, sorry for my French, and would just like repost other people's articles and even take myself out of the equation, not even say like, here's why I love this, or here's what I agree, or I see this all the time in clinic, or here was my favorite quote. I was like removing myself from it and just posting someone else's content. That's not social. People want to connect with you. It's social media. Be social. So if you're also not going to like show up and be vulnerable, and you're not going to be professional, and you're not going to provide value, like don't waste your time. And you don't have a resonant message, and you don't know who you're speaking to or what you're about and what you really offer, then don't waste your time. I think there's far more important things to do to market your clinic than this. With that said, it's fun and it's free and it's not hard to connect with people and spread your message. And I don't want to spend a ton of time on social media. I do it with about an hour a month. I plan a month's worth of Instagram posts because I don't want to be spending a lot of time on that content, but it's become a fun way, inspiring way for me to like get my message out there. So nope, you don't have to do it. You're off the hook. If you hate it, please focus on other things. And that are far more crucial. I do think it's important to build your authority. And I talk about this a lot in my marketing course. And social media can be the medium, the avenue through which you are building your authority, if that's where your target audience is. If your target audience is not on social media, don't be there. If they are there and that's where you want to connect with them and that's where you want to build your authority, then great, and do it well, But I do think it's important to build your authority, to let people know that you're an expert, to contribute, to share your expertise with the world so that people can get a taste of you and your philosophy and how you work. But you don't have to do that on social media. There's lots of different ways to do that. And I think it's important to find the one that feels in alignment with you so that it's easy for you. If you're like forcing yourself and hitting your head against the wall every time you're trying to make yourself do something, like you're not going to do it well and you're not going to do it consistently, and it's not going to end up being professional and like connecting with people. So yeah, you don't have to do it. And that's my take on it. I know it's an unpopular thing because Instagram is super trendy right now, but I think it can be a distraction. If it's a distraction from like actually learning how to market your practice and connect with the people who need you and figure out what your real message is and how to reach them and resonate with them, like then you're just distracting yourself. And I think the less time spent on social media, the better, honestly. Okay. So that's my take. Thanks so much. Oh, and I can't remember if I introduced myself. I'm Katie Altnew. I'm an acupuncturist. I have a clinic in Denver. I'm also a business teacher. I've taught business to acupuncturists at CSCCM for 8.5 years. And I'm the founder of AcuProsper.com, where I teach acupuncturists how to start their clinics with confidence and attract more patients and grow their clinics authentically. And everything I teach is based on my own experience and what I've implemented and tested and found to actually work and feel good for a real person. And if you want to be notified about when my marketing course opens up, or you want to learn more about my Get Started course, sign up for my VIP list by going to AcuProsper.com and downloading my top 10 tips. And then you'll be on the email list and you'll be notified. Okay, cool. Thanks so much, and keep doing what you're doing because the world needs you and needs more business savvy acupuncturists.